And welcome back. Another day, another reason. Let's get straight to it. First things first, the channel song that I got is Pills and Potions by Nicki Minaj. Self-righteous and entitled, but don't wish any harm on my rivals. I don't wish any harm on my rivals. I just reflect on them. Nicki Minaj. So I get the sensation that, you were someone that pours into people, that gives a lot. And I get the sense that you gave a lot, maybe to the wrong people, or there's just people up close and personal with you that were not wishing you very well. And, to each their own, it had a lot to do more with them than within your own self. But Spirit's here, like, showing me that you have a lot of inner strength, a lot of willpower here. And that is being very present right now. And you're actually very strong when it comes to, like, even, like, people that are, like, rivals, quote unquote, or, like, quote unquote enemies. I'm really not even big on enemies at all, because that's stupid in my own personal opinion, but, to each their own. Yeah, like, it's like you've been so hard on you being in your strength and in your power that Spirit's, like, reminding you, like, go have fun. Go get back into your inner child. Tapping into that inner you. Like, you don't have to be on the defense or, like, strong all the entire time. Like, I know, like, for some of you guys, like, I had to be like this, or this is just like a front because you don't want to get hurt. But Spirit's, like, saying, like, you were here to enjoy yourself too. Like, you're here to have fun too. And that's where, like, Spirit's, like, asking you, like, have some perspective, be open-minded, especially when it comes to your routines or your rituals. Like, have some fun. Like, there is always a way of, like, like, making things fun for yourself and a way of, like, enjoying life for what it is. It's just like you got to get into, like, that creativity, the creative mindset. I'm seeing, like, your spirit team is, like, highly divinely guiding you on this one. Especially when it comes to, like, even how you approach love, or, like, yeah, a lot having to do with, like, how you approach love, your routines, your habits, whatever the case is. Just be open-minded. You're being led right now. And I'm seeing sevens being very significant here. Yeah, because Spirit's, like, saying, like, it's time that you're finally honest. Like, there's, like, a truth that's going to be presented to you, or has already been presented to you, in regards to, like, how you display your inner strength, especially when it comes to, like, showing up. It is also okay to be gentle, soft. Like, your gentleness and softness doesn't have to be considered weak at all. It's just all a change in perspective that you need to have. Yes, because Spirit's, like, saying, like, you have to be loyal to yourself. You got to be loyal to, like, your own inner journey. I'm seeing, for some reason, elves being very significant here. So, like, maybe you might be in communication with elves, or even the forest. Yes, because Divine's saying, like, you are very beautiful. You're so radiant. Like, there's just this inner light that comes out of you. Like, you're just this beam of light that people recognize. And it's kind of like, you're just so beautiful. And you don't even see it because you're being too hard on yourself, or you're trying to, like, be all tough or strong. But it's like, Source is like, I just want to cuddle you. Like, I want to hold you gently because you were something gentle to hold. So why deny yourself out of that gentleness? This is why you have to implement, like, these boundaries and structures, so that way you can protect yourself. So that way you don't have to, like, constantly keep carrying this armor. And I'm picturing, like, like, this armor being on top of you, because you're just, like, you're done. Like, you don't want nothing, like, hurting you, but at the same time, like, you're having this barrier that's restricting you from having fun, from being flexible and being adaptable, because you're just carrying too much. And Spirit's just saying, like, let it go. Let us do the work for you. Let us work for you. Like, it's enough work that you have already been putting. Now it's time for them to, like, do their end. It's been a while since I've used these cards. It's been a while, but I like it though. Let's see. Yeah, because you're here needing to recover back these aspects of yourself. Like it's like you're all over the place. And this could be like, in a metaphorical stance, like maybe you could be physically here, but your mind or your spirit or your feelings could be somewhere else. And so you're needing to like get yourself back together. And I could also tell like you're here recovering these parts of yourself. Yes, because Spirit's like saying like your cup will be filled. Like you are going to find so much fulfillment, so much enrichment in this life, and even in this lifetime. I'm seeing pomegranates being very significant here. I'm hearing Aphrodite, so maybe she could be very significant for you. But I'm just seeing like, there's just so much richness happening here. Like, you are very rich. And even if you don't see it right now, eventually you will. But there's people that are going to recognize your inner refinement within your own self. And I'm hearing like inner mastery. So like you're mastering yourself. And this beauty that you carry, like you are like this elegant, like you're elegant. And people are seeing this and you can't even seem to see it, but I'm here to remind you like you were meant for the bougie life. You were meant to be into riches. You were meant to like enjoy the luxuries of life. And even like I'm hearing eloquence. I don't know why. I'm just channeling right now, but there's just like this like this sense of like a soft life that you're meant to be living in. Like you're not meant to be here in like in the struggle or hustle culture. Even as much as your brain might make you want to think that stuff or like people around you, it's like you're meant to like live lavishly. Like you are meant to be like, without this armor. You're meant to be like in this like soft era where you can just be in flow and you just get blessed for being in flow. Yes. And it's because like you're finally like closing out this cycle, this chapter. And starting a new beginning here where you allow yourself to like experience the richness of life and how much more life has to offer for you. There's people out there wanting to spoil you and give you gifts. It's just a matter of fact that you finally open up those doors and allow yourself to receive and allow yourself to be complimented and to be cherished for who you are as an individual, not for the physical, but also for your spirit and for your mind, for your intellect, and just for you, just being you. Yeah, and this is what Spirit has been like trying to let you know, like this has been a message that they've been wanting you to receive for quite some time, but maybe you just haven't been able to like, get it because you're blocking yourself off. I'm seeing crows being very significant. There might be a new contract or a new like paper being given to you. Yes, and then this new beginning that you're stepping into is like the era where you get to have fun, where you let your inner child out, where you get to like enjoy yourself and worry about yourself. Like you are in no way an obligation to be showing up for anybody else but yourself. I'm seeing cats being very significant here. And I'm also seeing like this witty kind of like energy where it's like you're just in this curious mindset where you're just wanting to learn so much more about the world and about life and just wanting to play different characters. And that is completely okay if you want to be switching characters. This is your life, this is your existence, and you're not here to be defined by anybody else's like limitations or expectations. Interesting. And I'm also seeing like duality. So I'm probably picking up on Gemini energy here. And I think also about Pisces for some reason. And in this card, it's saying like there is this beauty between both, the contrast. And this is what this card says. Darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. I'm wondering, do I got the box here? Let's see how much more they have to say about that. I personally understand it because I've seen both, but to my people, let me see what this has to say. Drawing the symbol indicates that you are meant to listen to what others are saying with their gestures rather than their words. Period. Their actions. Period. In House of the Night, there will be a beautiful girl with skin of color of dark honey who has a gift of poetry. She's able to weave tales with great detail and expression, yet without being obvious or straightforward. Reading between the lines and finding true meaning are what are required right now. Listen and learn. What others don't say is what is important at this moment. Ooh, okay. This is why I was picking up on Gemini energy, because like when it comes to Gemini and stuff like that, they're able to they're very well versed when it comes to their words. I personally have my own little opinions about Geminis, but they are very good with their words. And they know how to weave stories and weave their own tales. But the thing about it is, what are their actions saying? What are their intentions and what is the energy saying about themselves? So it's not specifically having to do with Geminis, but it's also like Whispers like saying like there has been stuff that we're wanting to show you. Pay attention that says between the lines. So there is this chapter that has been closing out, but Spirit's like saying like there is a specific message that is, even though it's not being spoken of, watch or sense the energy that's going on between the lines. Specifically for those people that display fun or their way of interpreting fun, watch and observe. There is more that goes beyond the eyes. And I think Joe Dispenza talks about that too. Your eyes are only just like what, just a frequency, just observing. It's not actually true. Like you can literally like manifest yourself into seeing other things, but it just has to be all internal. So again, it has a lot having to do with like your internal world. But again, take this whatever resonates. I'm not gonna force it, all right? I just wanted to read this part because I was just like, this is cooking. This is cooking. Again, duality, contrast. What might be seem something bad for somebody else could be something good for somebody else. Maybe you just want to say it. Yes. And Spirit's like saying like there is great success here. You passed the test. Like there was a contract that finally got completed here. And the symbolism of like the moon is being very significant here. You might have dyed hair, or you might know somebody that has dyed hair here. Yes, and it's because you passed the test, that you passed the spiritual contract. And this spiritual contract that had a lot to do with the fact that you were breaking yourself into pieces for many people or for circumstances or situations that were not serving you. And again, you are closing out the cycle because you are meant to be like enriched with a lot of fulfillment and love and a lot of beauty. But this is in this new chapter that you're starting out. And I get this like the sensation that there was like a misinterpretation when it came to like the way people were having fun or how people should be having fun, or the way that, you know, social media or people closest to you were making you believe that it was meant to be fun. Again, take this however it resonates. But Spirit's like still saying like regardless of this, like you are still being congratulated. Like you passed a test. There was a contract that got fulfilled. It has been stamped on it, has your name on it, and it's just like a certificate saying like congratulations, like you're moving on to this next level. And this was like something that the divine wanted you to understand. Like there's a greater understanding here, like a higher perspective. Okay. Yes, and they're here to remind you, like, let this be your reminder of never repeating this chapter ever again. These glasses are kind of hurting. Oh, like a little bit hurting from the back. Like it's like I'm leaning like this and it's just hurting. Ooh. Okay. In continuation, let this lesson that you just learned, completed and passed, be your last time. Don't forget the lesson. Don't forget the understanding. Don't forget the wisdom that you just gained from this experience. Because there was a major reason why you went through it and why you needed to go through it. And this had a lot to do with like you wanting to feel like you belong. This could have been with a community, this could have been with a friendship or a relationship or a family dynamic. But there is a reason that you needed to go what you needed to go through, because there is a designation, there is a place that you belong. But first most, you needed to make sure that you were good within your own self, that you made yourself feel safe wherever you went. It's not who you are around with or whatever environment that you have. It's you making sure that you are safe wherever you are at, and you making sure that you are going to protect you, your inner sanctuary, your own inner safety. Because there's like so much forward momentum happening here, especially when it comes to like home life. I'm seeing changes happening here. So you could possibly be moving, or there could be a plan of moving, or moving to a different city or a town. There's just like this like big emphasis here. And I'm seeing that you are being asked to like let go, because you're going through a complete like metamorphosis, a change. I'm seeing 22s being very significant here, and that's like a master number. And even dragonflies being very significant. So if you've been seeing dragonflies are symbolized by the sign of Aquarius, because they're the bridge between like water and air. So like in the middle, so like having a balance between both. Yeah. Yup. Damn. Okay, so what I just picked up on is lust. And this doesn't have to be like anything having to do with like sexual. This could just be having to do with like instant gratification, temptation. This could be like, you mistaking proximity for closeness or for intimacy. And also like impulsive like tendencies and behaviors, or following like these lustful like things, okay? Like, I don't know how much more better to explain it. And you know what? I'm just gonna pull out my cards again, because ain't no way. This is how the card looks like. So, you could be a guy, you could be a girl watching this. Don't fall into fucking temptation, because you're gonna end up repeating the same old fucking cycle, because you might just be desiring this because maybe out of vanity, or because of like wishful thinking, or maybe out of survival. Let it fucking go. It's not even fucking worth it. Let's see. My dear one, when this symbol of lust has come before you, beware that when you toy with this energy, you may become consumed by it. There is a fine balance between desire that is pure and obsession that arises, and the insatiable thrill of danger. Be careful what you desire remains good, and that your wanting doesn't cause harm to yourself or another. It is in the best that you move cautiously forward. If you are asking about a relationship, you may be developing an obsessive fever that will take a long time to recover from. Ask yourself, what is the nature of your desire? What do you want this so badly? Beware, there's always a